lost everybody.
I get it.
And I just like, I want
That's
to
why
like
I play so many characters.
And Abby and I recently started up a little adventure a paladin character, and Abby has a free character. So
So pardon me about that. So we are back. Sorry for the delay. Literally, as I was trying to bring everybody over, everything just decided to crash. Like I lost everybody. Then I couldn't access Twitch, and then Video Ninja didn't want to come up. So it was like it was a clean sweep.
is it a full moon? Might be a full moon.
You know, we were actually just talking about that earlier on in the in the side chat. I
Is
think
that how
there
you
is.
got started talking about like flat earthers? Or was that unrelated?
I think that may have come afterwards, but
Unrelated, yeah.
it could completely qualify for flat earthers. So let me just double check, make sure settings here are okay.
It's supposed to be stormy tonight, but I don't see anything.
Okay, so if we can, and thank you, Coolin, for the happy affiliate anniversary. He's sitting in the chat with us right now.
Nice.
Hey, it's good to see you.
Hey, Steve.
You should come here where it's 100% humidity. Every day I wake up to a weather forecast of sun and thunderstorms.
Pass.
Dang.
Every day.
So who do we have for game recap tonight?
Oh, I guess that should be on me, huh? Oh, what did we do? I believe we shot things.
Yes.
Does that cover it?
Oh, you started out in the
Yeah.
bunker, right?
So, well, yeah, we were split, but in the bunker, everybody but Chip was down there. Brittany had to miss that game, but at the end of the game before it, she had pulled Marcus out of the basement to join in the firefight. So at the beginning of the game, we're in a firefight with a bunch of robots. And well, we of course they shoot Brittany as a reason to get her out of the game. Or they knock her out. That's what happened. So we fight them, and then pretty shortly we have another group coming at us. Up above, Chip and the Hollow Point Hotel are fighting the fire elemental that the Cinders group sent after us. They lure it into the city. There's a lot of action. They end up luring it into, like, because we're out on the edge of town, but they lure it into the city proper and then burst water mains underneath it, which end up taking it down. But not before it flambés the Hollow Point Hotel. So that was hopefully repaired between games. It made it home, though. Let's see. Back to the underground. We had rescued Anthony, and Naomi gave him her gun because he's... Anthony tells us he thinks the blockade to the basement was arranged by the AI to protect its own core. So we all make it to the bottom of the elevator shaft. We open the doors. We have another firefight with a bunch of robots. Marcus gets shot. Jackie gains battlefield advantage by teleporting to the other end of the hallway and shooting them from the behind. Naomi, turns out, can lob a magical grenade energy ball called the Cherry Bomb. So she blows two apart. Marcus kills the last one with the butt of his gun. We go to the computer core. Marcus essentially fights the software of the AI until they reset the power on the whole place. He sets up a job to just kill the AI startup whenever it tries to happen. After that, we open the doors, and leave. We carve up the hyper bison from 2 games ago. Take some meat and armor and samples back to our team at the base. Let's see. Naomi talks to Anthony about where he's been. Anthony says he has been moving from rubble to rubble spot over time. He had been with the Dusk Rats, who we met early in the campaign, who were living in an old Bass Pro Shop, but he didn't like how they treated people. He had gone to the zoo and had escaped from slavers who had wanted to sell him to someone called the Trader. And that's where he found the cell phone of Jaden, who is someone else we're looking for. We make it back to the base, and Jackie tells all the other units to send their bad apples to go scrub off the Hollow Point Hotel. And that's it.
Okie doke. And so I apologize, as I just warned the players in our side chat, there may be some weather issues here that are creating some issues with the stream. So if we go down, please just hang out with us for a bit. We are into the next day at this point. The Hollow Point Hotel is still in the process of being repaired and cleaned off. Thankfully, it wasn't. There wasn't a lot of. It was mostly superficial damage. It wasn't damage that would really keep the vehicle down for very long. So they're actively trying to get all that repaired and updated. It is the next day. I will leave it up to you guys to determine what it is that you're doing. Actually, sorry, it's not the next day. It's the day after.
I was going to ask if we could do something. There's something I'd like to do, but it's going to eat all my magic points to do it.
Okay.
I was wondering if we could do it in an intervening day, so I wouldn't have to spend the whole game without magic points.
Ah. And what exactly was that?
I want to take, I guess the group and Anthony to the zoo. I
See the
have,
animals?
they deserve a day out. No,
Field trip.
Is it the monkeys?
but I want to go see if we can sense anything. Like, we're gonna take Anthony to, tell us, where and when he saw stuff. And I have an ability to use, and I don't know if Callie has an ability she can use too, to try and get information about Jaden.
Okay, well, for this particular session, Anthony and Naomi are out. You receive word that they have tagged along with scavengers. So they are out and about with another team right now, working on just recovery, trying to get supplies and whatnot.
All right. Well, I don't want to go try to scrounge the entire zoo, so we'll just skip it for now, I guess.
Okay.
Do you want to continue the conversation we were having in chat? Or do you want to just...
I was going to skip it because I was just trying to find, I was just trying to role play through finding our mechanical, where we can do stuff off of each other. And that was mainly because, I can duplicate certain types of spells. So I'm trying to figure out what you guys have that I can help with.
Gotcha.
But also if there's anything that you guys have that can play off of each other. Like if one of you could scry and then, Callie could teleport through the scry, that would be useful information. I was trying to figure out stuff like that.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Okay. Well, you guys see me walking around the bunker. I'm usually going to be accompanied by my new robot friend, Civics. Civics, which is the VI from my house. It now has a body. And it seems to want to serve me just like it did before, which is a little uncomfortable. It's not really a use for that here.
Oh,
You're gonna
and there is, so you do have something, Alex. You also have that armor you're going to have to return.
Yeah. That's right. I'm still not super comfortable with the idea of working with these people, but it's true. I do need to return the armor. Hang on, are we offline?
No, I hear you.
No, on Twitch.
Oh,
Oh, there we are. I just had to
seems like we're
reload.
on.
no.
I had to reload. Okay. Okay, so let's see, what is the best way to introduce that? Where would I even keep it in the base? How big is it, Jerome? Is it just like pretty close fitting?
The armor,
Yeah.
personal armor.
Okay, so it's just like any other personal armor. I would.
Yeah.
It's not like Robotech kind of armor.
No, no,
Right.
nothing like that.
Okay, then I guess
No, that was one of its features. Is it conformed perfectly to your body once you gave it a minute or two.
Is it visible from the outside?
Yeah.
Okay.
You can't put clothes over it. I mean, it's not that small.
Okay.
Not unless
Is
you
it-
went and
so-
got like XXX or something and threw a T-shirt over, whatnot. And even then, that would look a little odd.
Maybe a jacket.
I mean, you wouldn't be able to close the jacket.
Would I wear the jacket?
Imagine
underneath?
Iron Man trying to put on a shirt and coat.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, that would look normal. Totally.
Okay, so I guess I'd be wearing that around too. So does it get a lot of interesting looks?
What is it?
From
Describe it.
anybody there, yeah.
Yeah, Jerome, describe it.
So, well, let's assume then Marcus has called everybody in for just a daily at this point. The armor that Alex has on clearly is not Nema issue. It actually looks more high tech. It looks very clean. Whereas most of the Nema armor at this point has got some wear and tear and some streaks on it where it's got weathering, as they might put it, some love. This armor looks like it probably popped out of a box someplace, and it might have the new armor smell on the inside. It is humanoid looking, but by design, it is a little bit more sleek and does not look like anything Nema has. It stands out in that fashion. It is a dull gray, no markings on it whatsoever, with the exception of the fact that on the chest plate, which, by the way, it actually conforms to her body. So since she is feminine, it has a bit of a feminine look to it. And then right on her right chest plate, you see the abbreviation NE. Other than that, it doesn't have any markings on it. Jackie, if you give it a good long stare, it almost looks like it's probably like a war room model. Like somebody might have. Clearly, it doesn't have like any of the normal indicators that would be put onto armor, like designated of rank or color or camouflage or anything of that nature that would normally go on that on armor of this nature. In this
So
case,
it's
it looks like it has some sort of corporate branding on it, and that's it.
Oh, okay.
So you went shopping?
In a manner of speaking, I guess you could say that. Sort of on loan. So I did a mission with Sergeant Trent and with her team, and we ran into this guy, alien guy, a businessman. He's apparently some intergalactic trader and found himself through the rift and ended up here, and now he's setting up shop. So I mean, I was a little reluctant, but he had access to something that Trent was interested in, so we opened some negotiations. This is something that they thought we might like, and it's pretty cool, I gotta say. Jerome,
Oh, go ahead.
Jerome, we were talking earlier about armor inhibiting magic.
Oh, right. Mm-hmm.
Is that something I need to worry about with this?
I need to look into that. I can't remember if that's a Rifts thing or not.
Because if it is, then I probably don't want it. But
Right.
or maybe they have a different model that could bypass that. But in the meantime, I mean, I could run a race with this on, and it feels great. It's comfortable. It's responsive. And I'll like do some jumpy jacks and maybe like a couple dance moves, just to show off how smooth it moves with me.
How strong is it? Have you tested that at all?
Actually, I haven't. Why don't you punch me? We'll see what happens.
I don't want to break my hand in case that's awesome. How about I kick you? Just a forward
sure.
kick.
Okay.
Okay.
That works.
Okay. Let me know when you're ready. And he
you can always take it down
up.
to the labs and have them check it out too.
You could always go get your big suit.
I'm not trying to kill her.
Yeah, maybe wait till I take off the armor and then we'll put it on like a dummy or something.
And I just double checked that isn't a thing.
Sweet.
Okay. All right.
So unlike D&D, in some games you can be fully armed, provided of course it doesn't prevent you from speaking, like if the armor froze your jaw in place or something, but otherwise you're fine.
Wait, is that true for power armor too?
No, because power armor is something you actually have to fly and you have to pay attention. You can't just go casting spells in power armor. In personal armor like this, fully enclosed, you absolutely can.
Okay.
Good to know.
Yeah. Let her rip.
All right. So he goes ahead and just does a standard kick to her chest.
Okay. Bang. Sturdy.
Did it like move me at all?
No.
Man. Wow,
Nice.
not bad.
Yeah. Could definitely get used to this.
So hey, this guy, is that the traitor we heard about from the Tranquil Zone?
Wait, from the Tranquil Zone? What was the name of the trader that they
just called him the traitor.
He called the traitor.
Yeah, this
Just
guy
the traitor.
apparently was dealing with the black market items in the area. The Bronkill, at least in that area, may have been dealing with them as well.
Okay, so I think who you're talking about is Zovrak the trader. which is a guy that the mutants were going to sell us to as slaves.
Okay.
That's not this guy. In fact, they're kind of business rivals. And when we mentioned so this guy's name is Delton Rhine. Kind of looks like humanoid, skinny, blue alien, but he's just got like black, like bug eyes, and like no, that's all that's on his face.
Okay.
So, like the stereotypical like alien.
Yeah, kind of.
What was his name?
Rhine, Ryne.
Did he have like
Oh, P.S.
bluish
Who's on notes
skin?
tonight?
Me.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
I had
like
a
the.
dream about him.
Oh, was it a good dream?
No, I just remember. That's all I remembered when I woke up. Was just that image.
Huh. We need a new drum. We need a new notes chart.
I'm on notes right now.
Okay.
Yeah, we figured it out, but she's right.
Okay.
So after
Sorry.
doing
It just occurred to me that somebody needs to write this stuff down. So yeah, I mentioned well, his name came up in the conversation, and apparently, well, we were talking about potential business around here, and obviously, money is not a super useful resource to most of society anymore.
Right.
And there's not a lot of things that he might want, useful things to maybe trade for most of these societies. So we'll see how that all pans out. Seems like he might be interested in like information or services or that sort of thing, as opposed to objects or
What did
money.
what did you have to trade for this getup?
Yeah. So partly it's sort of a opening negotiation in good faith, kind of getting a taste for what he has to offer. Partly he was very interested in my new cyberkinesis ability. And that's another part of the story, but let's finish with this other part of the conversation first. So
yeah, let's not talk about the cyberkinesis she just dropped on the table.
yeah, it's something that I picked up recently, or manifested recently. Still kind of getting the hang of it. But anyway, we were talking, and Zovrak the trader came in. Mr. Ryan apparently does not trade slaves, and he frowned on. He said that's a messy business, and he said he does sometimes take indentured employees under very specific contract terms, and then once their terms are over, then the contract is finished and they're released.
Right.
I don't like that either, but at least he was kind of honorable about it. But he made a point to his assistant to sort of spread the word to the Broadkill that they would be smart to not deal with Zofrak, the trader, that they should try and work with him instead. Sounds like, I don't know. We'll see. Like I said, I'm not sure exactly how much I trust this guy, but he seemed very business motivated. So he seems like a guy that keeps his word and wants to preserve his contacts as long as they're useful to him. So yeah. So the reason that I went to this operation with Sergeant Trent was also about this cyberkinesis. So she thought it might be helpful in tracking down a facility that her team was looking for that's supposed to have some kind of hidden resources inside it, like some other kind of bunker. And so originally we were just going to go look for it. Turns out that Mr. Ryan had already found it, and part of our negotiation was to let us take a look. So I was able to sort of get inside and take a quick look. They didn't let me have very much time to explore anything, but yeah, I think they wanted to save that for incentive to work with them some more. So currently, it seems they've got control of this bunker, and they want to see what it's worth to us.
I lost something in the middle there. Who was the female you were talking about?
Sergeant Trent?
I guess.
She's one of the people that was in the zoo with us
Oh,
at the very beginning.
Okay.
okay. So so there's a bunker under this Ryan's control that he wants to know if it's useful to us.
Pretty much.
Well, Brittany, remember, Sergeant Trent was operating under the under orders from command to try and find the place because Nemo wants it.
But we don't have, or at least they didn't tell us much about what they expect to be inside beyond maybe intel that we could use to keep ourselves afloat. I don't know.
So we don't know what's within this bunker, really.
Well, so I went inside with Mr. Ryan and his assistant, and it just looked like a big office as far as I could see. And I kind of got into one of the computers and was just like sifting through emails. And I couldn't make a lot of sense. They only gave me a couple of minutes. So I don't know. There's likely a lot more information than is going to be readily available.
Do we know what
Take
this thing
some
was before the earthquake? I mean, was
what
this
the bunker was?
Yeah.
I did get some kind of a like a few keywords that kind of popped out to me were something about like testing, like behavioral testing, and something about children, but I couldn't get a whole lot more than that.
Well, it already sounds evil.
What kind
Wait.
of testing? I mean, they could have just been doing like assessments.
In an underground bunker.
I mean, apparently the psychic stuff that I am now involved with was kind of like that, but
Where you said you were in it, right?
Yeah.
Where is it?
Jerome, I don't remember the location.
It's under North Mountain.
put it on the map.
I don't know where that is either. But
Well, I've got
It's
our
under
map
North
up and
Mountain.
everything, so
okay.
North Mountain Park? Or just North Mountain. There we go. Boop. Dot. With nothing around it. Oh, that's in the middle of the city. Okay.
I'm just waiting for us to discover the Wild West Dinosaur Park from our cyber.
Wait a minute. Did our Street Fighters go here?
No, actually, it didn't.
Okay, but this. So it is off of 7th Street, is that right?
Mhm.
Okay. I'm asking you, Phoenix people.
I live in Metro Phoenix. I only know this.
So then Chip pipes up and he's like, "Yeah, that's actually pretty close to the Choya Library that we scavenged several days back.
Oh, really?
It's almost right next to that. Yeah, just a few minutes away."
Yeah, Mark's probably standing at his map of the city.
Sure.
Like, you know.
I'll be right back. One sec.
So at least if we wanted to go back there, we've blazed that trail. We know how to get there pretty easy, as far as I know. So this Delton Ryan, he's at that bunker and he's like holding it then until
No,
somebody.
that's not where his base is.
Oh.
They took me there in a skip.
Oh.
So it was a separate location, but apparently he's explored his surroundings enough to be able to find it, which is really interesting. I'm not sure how he was able to do that. And the security on the door was really robust too. So, but I think he had been in there before. So I guess clearly they had a way to get through.
Were there any ley lines nearby?
No, not that I remember seeing pointed out.
I'm just wanting a bunker on a ley line. That's all I want.
I know, right? We haven't even gotten to play with them yet.
Well, we did go to the Tranquil Zone, but that was the most relaxed we're ever going to get on a ley line.
Yeah,
It is
so
possible to trace those ley lines, wouldn't it? I mean, if they're visible, and if we go to the Tranquil Zone and then follow wherever the lines go, we could even map out where they travel, if they go in straight lines or curve or pass through places we've been to.
So yeah,
That's a thought.
you know, I had thought of that already, but the problem is that the lines coming out of the Tranquil Zone go directly into Broadkill territory. You know, walking or driving through there with our crayons is not going to be easy. Let's put it that way.
True.
Otherwise, you know, every time we've crossed the city, you know, I try to record when we drive through one, but doesn't make for. I can't really track them yet,
Yeah, it's not the most efficient way to map things out.
and I can't exactly send you up to do it from the air because there's other things in the air like that dragon we saw. So I'm not going to send you up, just to be bait for whatever aerial predators are out there now.
Appreciate that, Chief.
Yeah. So we will. I do intend to map out these ley lines because we really do need to know where they are, but that process is harder than it sounds.
Got it.
All right, so we've got. I'm just trying to put this all together.
Oh, not to interrupt real quick, just to add to all that, Alex, you would also know that Command is also aware that you have the armor, and they have looked at it already, so they're evaluating, obviously, the information you've brought to them.
Okay. How do they feel about me trying it out?
It's
Or, like,
fine
wearing
for
it
right
around.
now. There's no protocol for it.
Okay.
But so if anything, they're probably going to task your team with
Even
the
though it's
follow-up.
got a tracer on it.
Yeah, I mean, what can they do?
Okay.
They just make sure that they're keeping you out of sensitive areas with the armor.
Right. Was the implication about the tracer that once, if we made an actual purchase, that they would not have tracers?
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
This is so they can track the loner.
Right. Okay. Just making sure we're
Yeah.
clear.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so there's a bunker. We don't know much about what's in it or what it was before the cataclysm. We do know that Command wants it. The person in control of it right now is a trader who is interested in selling it to us, but we don't know for what. And we don't know what we'd be buying anyway.
Yep.
That's a rough deal.
It is a rough deal.
Well, I mean, other than, I'll ask the major what they want out of it, but other than that, I wouldn't buy it. I am leery about putting a lot of risk into this transaction when I don't know what we're getting.
That was my response. I said this is above my pay grade, and I will just report back and let the brass decide.
The location itself, for being an underground bunker, not terrible. It's seems like it's about almost midway between Nema Southwest Command's territory and the Tranquil Zone, so it could be a decent waypoint if we're trying to establish some trade between the two locations. And if it's a bunker,
us, for that
it's
matter.
defensible.
It's also halfway between Command and Maricopa bunker.
Yep. So as far as just the location itself, not bad, but is that worth it? Is that,
Well, I mean, my kind of master plan for the city, I guess, my hope for the city is to acquire as much territory as possible, either directly or through, what they used to call a coalition of the willing, right? Make friends in different places and, poke about the city with friendly spots until we can start linking them together. And at that point, we have the advantage on territory. But until then, poking those spots in the map is what we need to do. But each one is potentially a fight or a sacrifice. So,
yeah.
Does anybody else have any new and fantastic things to share with the group?
Oh, and since you were asking, cyberkinesis. It's that is what it's called, right?
Yes.
Is that you can move technology? What does that mean?
Hard drive.
Specifically, I can sort of. It's not like telekinesis. It's more like telepathy. so I can like touch something technological and kind of get an understanding of how it works. Potentially like power surge it, turn it off or on. And if I concentrate well enough, I can kind of like infiltrate it and read it. And I don't necessarily have to touch it to do that. So that's why Mr. Ryan was, and I don't know how he. Oh, actually, I do. It's because when we came up into his territory, he had a bunch of drones inactive around the area, and I had never seen one before. And so I thought, well, I'd like to figure out what this is. And I touched it and kind of read it. And apparently that triggered some interest. And yeah, so.
How hard did
That's
that robot
the
punch
thing.
you? I mean, it knocked you out and you gained empathy for robots.
No, it was that's not where it came from. I think
It's not.
it was from the storm, and it's just now kind of making itself known.
So here's a question. Do you know if it can affect you back?
Perfect.
I don't know.
For the reason I'm worried about it is, for example,
That's a little terrifying. You mean like a Trojan virus?
well, what I mean is, had you had this ability a few days ago, and we went down into that, AI-driven bunker with the insane AI, if you connected with it, would you be at risk?
That is a good question. I'm a little scared to try and find out.
All right. I hope it all goes well. Let's not be happy-go-lucky with the connecting with technology, huh?
Maybe that's something we could practice with a trusted tech.
If you ever find any of that, let me know.
Okay.
He kind of looks at the robot that's following her around.
So as you look at him, Civics just goes, he looks at his hand and then does like one of these and looks at you. And
And I'll go over and like put my hands over his ears and be like, don't listen to him, Civ.
All right. Well, if that's all we've got for a morning meeting.
Speaking of which, I don't suppose we could put in a request for combat package for this guy.
You want to arm the robot?
It could be really useful.
Is he
That's
programmed with that stuff?
One take on
No,
it. Yeah.
he's not. He's a home security unit. He cleans my room and stuff.
And you want to give your Roomba an automatic weapon.
Well, I think he could be a lot more useful doing that than, making sure my cat gets fed, which is an important thing, but it's not as applicable.
affirmative. I would enjoy to be more helpful.
You don't have to decide anything right now. Just
Let's
think about it.
talk to the other squad in the hotel about it, because they've got 2 combat robots.
Right.
Exactly. I'd like to hear their take on it. Marcus is clearly not happy with this idea.
I can tell by the way that your eye is twitching.
It's got Forrest Whitaker eye.
Yeah, he's got Forrest Whitaker eyes.
our last mission having been we were trapped by a hostile AI who tried to kill us.
Maybe
Hey,
it's a little too. Maybe it's a little
Let's-
too soon.
let's
Too
arm
soon.
our robot now.
Too soon.
All right.
So yeah, what did you all do yesterday?
I cleaned the gunk out of my armor. That was fun. It takes a long time. It stinks. Like literally. I wouldn't expect that, but yeah, it mixes with the fuel fumes and
Maybe you could use a mechanical helper.
hey, civics.
It
What do you
cleans the
think,
room.
buddy?
About what? I was told not to listen.
Oh. Well, okay. Well, yeah, if you're willing to like do upkeep and stuff on vehicles like armor and APCs when they come back in from the wasteland, like you think you'd be up for that type of work?
So he turns and looks at Alex, and he says, "Would this assist you, ma'am?"
Sure. Helps the team. It helps me.
Then I would be happy to assist.
Oh, fantastic. Yes.
Many hands make light work and all that.
Yes, I understand that reference. I have hands now.
There you go. See, he's already an asset to the team.
He's turning into my best friend as we speak right now. Just saying.
Yeah.
Do you need to get something, for maybe like a cucumber? Do we have cucumbers? That'll make that feel a little bit better.
What are you talking about?
For what?
Marcus's eye.
Oh, the twitching. Yeah.
Yeah.
I noticed that too.
Why would you
You
use
okay
a
there,
chief
Chief?
number for that?
I'm fine. Let it go.
Guess you didn't do a lot of spa days.
I
No,
mean,
you know what? No.
That's fine.
I mean, I did a lot of gym days, but does the sauna count? Like I used to go to that. And
Yeah, sauna. That's... Anyway. Yeah.
All right. Well, I guess attend to your duties. I'm going to go check with the major and see if they've got anything for us.
I think I need to take this armor back in the next probably 12 hours or so. I don't know if the brass has any plans for what they want us to do about that.
I'd be okay
Kind
with
of a
going and checking up on the
48.
tranquility zone. Has anybody been sent out that way again? Has any progress been done on that whole setting up communications?
Well, we left in the frequencies. Jerry, I was assuming that they've contacted us since then.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we've been sending trade back and forth.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Limited, yeah. It's starting to work. It's obviously limited. One by manpower, but two by safety.
Man, we really should probably take care of those guys that are inhibiting the trade.
The broadkill. Yeah.
Broadkill. I mean, I'd be down to broadkill right now. After that vault thing.
One of our major concerns right now is ammunition, because we're not being supplied by anybody. We need to figure out how to either make it or switch over to energy weapons or something. But we need to figure out our ability to blow holes in things has a time limit on it. So we either need to, especially Mr. Stone's guns.
Yeah. Fortunately, I
bullets and lots
still
of
have a
them.
lot left, but you're right.
We don't have any gunsmithing equipment here? Oh, that's going to be...
There is some. but ammunition is clearly a priority right now.
I mean, it's hard. It's going to be hard to make it as fast as, especially he shoots it.
Right.
We need a mass production facility if we can figure one out.
They, I never even thought about where our bullets come from. Holy crap. I don't know. Like, there's got to be something around here, right? I mean, this city's huge.
Well, I think most of the bullets we have right now came from Nema, like their armory in the city got spread out amongst the various current Nema bases.
Right, but there's got to be contracting like bullet makers in all of Arizona.
If they survived.
Well, I mean, we'll go get their stuff. Like,
Yeah. Well, if their building survived, you're not wrong. We should be able to find something out there. I don't know that Nema has. We might be working off just whatever they had in the armory, which could have been a lot, but that means it's finite.
right.
So, we need to figure out, like I say, either probably both but both a way to make new ammo and also different ways to do combat.
Maybe we can ask the trade guy.
We can.
I mean, if he's got his fingers in many pies.
Well, if there's a trader, I mean, as long as he's not into slavery.
He said he wasn't, so.
Well, right. That's what I'm saying. As until now, the only trader I was aware of is trading people.
Yeah. And he's bad news.
I can go meditate for a bit, see if I can pick up anything based on ammunition. Seems really broad, but
Oh,
maybe
and
I'll pick up something.
Marcus's communicator chimes.
Seville here.
Seville.
Captain's log.
So, Chief Seville, this is Dr. Argo. Do you have a moment?
Affirmative, Dr. Argo. Should I come to you?
Negative. I just wanted to give you an update on what Specialist Angelus had brought to me the other day. She apparently had samples of what your team was referring as a beefalo.
Yes, the beefalo. What have you found?
She was wanting me to run toxology tests and and to determine if such a creature could be consumed safely. I have determined that with the proper cooking, the meat does apparently appear to be edible.
Fantastic. Well,
And
we
the-
brought
The
back,
menu boys.
And the shell was particularly sturdy. So I have spoken to command, and should you run into any more, and the opportunity arises, they may be brought home for harvesting.
That's good news. Thank you, Dr. Argo.
No, that is excellent news. This is a potential viable source of food. So well done.
Well, we
They're
know where
not
one
easy to-
is.
They are not easy to hunt, but if we manage to do it again, we'll bring as much home as we can.
Excellent. And of course, should you run into any other creatures out and about, I would welcome the opportunity to review them as well. We need to determine the flora and fauna as well as the new ecology we find ourselves in.
Well, there's a dragon about a few miles to the northwest of us.
Oh no.
Maybe one day we'll bring that to you.
That would be interesting indeed. But I believe command has indicated that is off limits for the time being. Given the expenditure of manpower, they wish to avoid it for the time being.
Yeah, me too. Well, thank you for letting us know, Dr. Argo. We'll bring you more pets as we can.
Of course. Thank you.
Tick, 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 tick.
Okay,
Yay,
this
we
is
have
my
a
idea. We find another one of those. We need to get it near that flame cult. Then we just run the bee flow into the flame elemental, and it'll be cooked, and maybe kill the flame elemental at the same time.
ribeyes for days.
Just saying.
I will go ahead and let you lead that charge, Sarge. However you plan on doing that.
No,
I'll
we
be
don't
right
leave
behind you.
anything. We just piss it off enough and just point it in the right direction. It should be fine. Really, we should have done that. We should just send that thing into the cultists and let them try to fight it.
I mean, now, yeah, hindsight being
birds.
2020,
Two
definitely.
birds, one stone on that one.
How would we transport that much meat that far a distance though?
We got the haulers. They're like giant semis that float.
Yeah, it would
have to,
be.
like,
I mean,
chop it
speaking
up.
out of character strictly, it would be an operation. Like if you spotted one that was, safe enough to, to hunt down, you'd basically hunt it down and then call in the squad to, come and retrieve it because it's that big.
Triangle. Come and get it.
Yep.
Barbecue time.
Mhm.
I mean, if it weighs as much as a tank, you could just helicopter lift it. Schnook. Just pick it up.
The thing is, I see it laying across the entire top of the Hollow Point Hotel like a deer. At the full length of
Nice.
it. And it's just like Appa. We'd be camouflaged.
Probably attract some interest on our way through town though.
Hey, we can pick up the raptors too. All right. Well, I want to head to the major's office.
Okay.
Or,
Well, it would be lieutenant at this point. You'd be talking to Lieutenant Nichols.
okay.
Because he is your direct CO.
Okay.
And he's within our bunker, right?
Yes. He's actually stationed there.
Well, aren't this whole list stationed here?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, the major is up north.
Okay, my bad.
This is a secondary location right now because they have, and you guys would know this at this point. They took over the Honeywell plant that was there, so they have some machinery, some tooling, and whatnot. This here is primarily for operations. This gives them range and communication, and there's actually a strip that they can convert back to a limited airfield if necessary. So it's a lot of operations are coming out of this particular location.
All right, yeah. Sorry, I said it back, had that wrong. Okay, well, I'll go to my lieutenant then.
Sure.
All right.
So you head back over into the offices that are set up here, and there's people walking around. There's a little bit of a light fall coming from the sky, but not much. Sky's a little dreary, but it's nowhere near as dark as it's usually been, which is a good sign. Even though it's a little cloudy, obviously the solar panels that they have here are going to be able to collect more energy than normal. They've got people that go by it, about every 30 minutes or so and make sure that the panels are cleared off so they can continue charging the batteries to the location and cross over the grounds and go over to there. And there's operations every so often coming through here. So it's very active. You guys aren't the only Echo team that operates out of here. And what you've also started to notice there are secondary teams that are set up. Like the Echo teams, like the one you're on, are treated like the permanent teams. you've got like your specialists, you've got your guys all specifically trained together and working together, and then you've got kind of catch can teams that just come together for specific tasks, usually scavenging and trying to find other stuff. Those teams are usually a mix of military and partisan, and civilian groups. They're not always combat trained, but they're usually the guys that they can send out locally to pick up things and get the little things that they need that free up the larger echo teams to do what they need to do.
Okay.
So you see those guys, like it's active. You can see people coming in and out of the base as you cross over the grounds, and you head into command, and you can see that they've got communications are active, and sounds like they're talking to the main base at this point and teams that are out in the field. Lieutenant Nichols is actually at his desk at this point, but he's actually in armor. It looks like he's about ready to go do something as you are approaching him in his office.
Okay. Lieutenant, do you have a minute?
Yeah, I've got about 2 I can spare. What's going on, Chief?
Corporal Palmer just told me about this bunker up at North Mountain that we have an interest in.
Yes.
How much of an interest and why?
It's enough that O'Toole is interested, which means, as a former spook, he probably knows more than the rest of us. What little I've picked up on is they believe there may be valuable intelligence there, in addition to the fact that it's a very secure location. My own personal poking around, because I'm not familiar with this area or timeline, as you're well aware, there was a National Guard recruiting station up near that area. I think there may be some potential gear and scavenging opportunities as well. The last team that went out with Sergeant Trent in command had indicated that it looks like the I need to get my map pulled up. Hold on one second. We are. There was the Point Arcology. While it was knocked over and highly damaged, the building, one of the main buildings, came down almost completely due to the tectonic shifts. As in, the way he explains it is, it didn't break up; it's like it snapped and fell down. So, even though that's probably a mess, there may be some great salvage potentials there as well. We also know that there are some underground tunnels that run between there at the Peoria. It's at the Sky Point station. I think that's what it's called. Hold on a second. That is not what I want. Or was it? There we go. Okay. I know I grabbed it. Hold on one second. Sorry about that. Well, son of a gun. I'll have to grab that. Yeah, so for the time being, just list it as, because I think that is the name, Peoria Sky Point Station. It's where a lot of the mass transit hover vehicles would land, going around the city. So not only is there a good potential for scavenge there are underground tunnels that go, passenger tunnels that go from there to Paradigm Systems and the Arizona STEM and Futures campus. as well as the point arcology, which is the arcology that he mentioned had partly collapsed. So I think if I'm trying to anticipate the O'Toole's move, it may be a location they're trying. It's not just for the intelligence. It may be for continued operations and a secure area to set up for additional survivors.
Yeah, it sounds strategic. According to Palmer, it's currently in the control of some sort of broker. The one she got this new armor she's wearing from.
I did read that report, and I don't know if you talked to the tech heads yet, but they passed down that particular armor is superior to all of our personal armor by a good bit. So command has still been kicking around what we might be able to do to work with this person. And I did read the report that Corporal Palmer brought back. My concern, obviously, is our personal defense. We're not negotiating necessarily from a position of strength.
Right. And so that's obviously going to be my next question is, what are we willing to pay? If I have to go make a deal with this guy, what are we willing to give up to get this potentially strategic location, potentially intelligence, and also potentially this, some more of this power armor? She does have to give that armor back today. So it sounds like we're going to end up in the neighborhood anyway.
It sounds like a good opportunity for your team to try and negotiate then.
Well, right, but that's
more
what I'm
details.
asking is what, it sounds like this place could be highly valuable, but that also means it's pricey. I don't know what this guy wants.
We might need to do this in levels. We may not be able to get this bunker right away like command wants. If this guy is a businessman like Palmer is talking about, maybe this is something we can, I don't know if you had anything like this here, but like credit levels. And the more we ingratiate ourselves with this individual, the easier it's going to be to come up with something to get what it is that we want.
All right. Well, part of our standing instructions is to be a diplomacy team anyway. So we're going to run out there. Like I say, we have to run out there anyway for Palmer to get the armor back. I want to go out there a little earlier and see if, while we still have the armor, if we can see what's going on, maybe inside. I'll figure it out while I'm out there. I just wanted to know what I was negotiating for, because until now, not knowing what was in there, I wasn't willing to pay much for it.
Right. I understand. They're being tight-lipped about it. I don't like that per se, but it also tells me that there's probably a reason. Part of it, if I can level with you, is I think they don't want to get everybody's hopes up. Morale is down on both campuses right now at both locations because shortage of food, more people are finding out that we're here. We don't have the manpower necessarily to protect everybody, and the larger our places become, the more of a target we're going to be to other individuals out there. And we don't know enough about this trader. We know a little about these mutant broadkill things that are there. There's also rumors that there is an alien mercenary group out there that I'm having to work with another team to figure out, what their issue is. We have other survivors that aren't necessarily on our side, like those dust rats over at that Bass Pro shop. So it's a big cluster right now. So we could use a win of some kind, something that we can raise the morale for. And if between you and I, if we have to go into a little bit of debt to do that, with this trader, it may be worth it. We have some leeway here to negotiate. but we're probably going to need to start small and work our way up.
Well, while we're working on that, you might like to know that all that meat we brought back from our last mission is edible if we cook it.
Good.
Dr. Arthur confirmed it.
I will start spreading that around to some of our scavenging teams so they are aware of what the creature looks like. Obviously not to attack, but to start tracking its movements, tracking their movements if possible, because that's, if it's as big as what you say it is, that's a lot of food.
It absolutely is, and it also took a fusion bomb to kill it.
Okay, I might need to go out and accompany a hunting mission then.
So if you find one, yay, but don't slack on the firepower to take it out, because
Understood. I will
the
definitely
thing is
keep that in
covered
mind.
with Mr. Stone told me that he hit the thing dead on and it didn't even make it bleed, at least on one of his passes. That's why the fusion bomb came into play.
All right. Well, I guess I'm going to have to go out with the first hunting team and see how it holds up against my my main cannon.
Man, I would love to be there for that. All right, good hunting, sir.
All right. Likewise. Let me know as soon as you find out something.
All right. Well, I will regather the group. Should have asked. Do we? This is a Jerry question, but like
Sure.
sort of the vibe of the base. Are the Hollow Point Hotel guys basically with us for transporting for our missions, or do we have to sometimes find other transport?
You may have to sometimes find other transport.
Is this one of those?
As the Hollow Point Hotel is currently being repaired.
Oh, yeah.
Yes,
Well, you said there were multiple APVs, but
there are. Yes.
All right. Well, I'll come back to everybody, or regather everybody, and listen. We got to take the armor back anyway. That was part of the deal. The lieutenant gave me some more info. This location sounds strategic, and that it might hold, valuable intelligence. But we're still fuzzy as to what intelligence. So let's go out there. Let's meet this Rhine person and do some diplomacy. Let's see about setting up some business. I don't know. So the problem is we don't know what he's asking for this location. I'm also curious how he backs up his deals. People don't get into being a broker unless they can enforce debts. So this is going to be a bit of a fact-finding mission. Hopefully not combat, but I'm not going to rule it out. And
I wonder what he's going to ask for in exchange for me keeping this armor.
well, right, or supplying more of it, or that's the thing, is we don't know what he wants. And
Yeah.
He's a broker, so some of his wants might be the wants of other people. He's going to be working,
Oh, I didn't think about that. Yeah.
getting from this group to give to this group and trade for something else. That's going to be his whole job, right? That's how he survives out here. So it's not just what he might want, it's also what people he's connected to might want. And I have no way to guess what that might be.
Okay. Point.
So let's go window shopping and see what happens.
All right. How are we getting there?
That is in today's terms, that's a long way across the city. What are our options for transport? The hotel's still getting scraped off, so we have trucks.
The other one is the The other one that's here is the ash hounds, or the ash hound, I should say.
Is what?
The ash hound.
Ash Hound.
Yep,
Was that the one that I took out there?
correct.
Okay.
All right, I'm going to go find their chief.
Okay. So, similar situation. They're sitting around near the motor pool. They're just going through and doing system checks. And you see a Hispanic woman, probably physically closer to middle age, very grizzled looking. She is missing her jaw. It's been replaced. Like if you although aesthetically speaking, it's not as bad. If you remember the character Lockjaw from He-Man.
I was just thinking that. I was pulling up his image.
Yep. Very similar to that.
Trapjaw.
What's that?
It's Trapjaw.
Trapjaw. There you go. But yeah, so she kind of has this like a reinforced steel prosthetic. So, it's shaped humanoid, but it's clearly, it's clearly cybernetic.
I can't wait to hear what her nickname is.
But you can hear her barking out orders to some of her people, having them just run systems checks and making sure everything is loaded and ready to go. For when they get orders. You can see the guy who's in charge of the 2 drones that are with them. He's currently talking, and you can hear their names. The drones that they have are known as Growl and Ledger.
Okay. Well, do I know the woman is the chief, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Do I know her name?
You can see it on her uniform.
Well, I mean, I'll call out to her. I don't know
Yep.
her name.
Velez.
Velez?
Chief Velez.
Just walk up. Chief Velez.
So she turns and she says, "Well, by God, boys and girls, we've got a member of the Echo 9 here, Zone Runners." And they kind of turn and look and they go, "Weren't we just with one of their members earlier on?" And she says, "Stow that crap, pitch. What can I do for you, Chief?"
Well, we got to go back to where you took her. Are you available for a mission?
She turns and looks. She says, "Everything's locked and loaded."
All right. Our guys are all ready, right?
Presumably.
I guess I would have asked that before I walked away, but are you guys ready to go?
I
Okay.
assumed that we were following.
He turns around. They're not even there. The only one there is Civics, who just kind of waves. He's just trying to find something to do.
Take this thing across the city and drop it. All right. Well, you ready? If you're ready now, we can go.
All right. So she motioned. She says, "All right, we're ready to go. Everybody, climb on board. Get to your stations."
You want to go grab your armor, Chip?
You got it, Chief. Heads off and gets in it so he can bring it over to the APC.
Okay. And so you guys, as you're getting on board, you can hear Pitch, who is the comms officer. That's Specialist Reynolds. I'll give you all the names in the. In fact, I'll tell you what. This will probably be easier. I've actually got it open, so let's go save as, because PDFs are better for everybody, it seems. PDF. There we go. And then I will drop this in the Discord section. Who is that supposed to be in the picture?
Oh, Bobby Draper from The Expanse.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Never saw it.
It's a TV show and a book series, but
Yeah.
she's like a hardcore trained Marine that walks around in power armor and just like kind of a badass.
That's definitely Alex right there.
Nice. So there are the ash hounds for you, everybody. It's that you've got, but so you can hear. Oh, let me close it out there. You can hear Pitch and Script. Pitch is the comms officer. Script is the intelligence officer. Which you guys can tell. Obviously, everybody has a station. Everybody has a job. Much like a submarine, it's its own team in and of itself. And Pitch and Script are talking about how they encountered a drow the last time around. And so they're bantering back and forth like D&D colloquialisms and whatnot, and how it wasn't a drow, and the other person's like, absolutely was, pointy ears and all sort of thing.
All right.
Well, that doesn't bode well. If there's a drow around, then what about that Spider Queen lady?
So they both kind of stop and they look, and they look at Alex and they're like, "Do you D20?"
I have dabbled before.
And they're like, "Talk to us afterwards."
No, but seriously, like that thing gives me nightmares. I do not want to run into one of those.
What?
The Spider Queen.
Oh, what? And they're like, "Oh, well, yeah, sure. No, we get that."
So if you see one, I don't want to hear about it.
And they both kind of look at you and they're like, "But you met her.
What?
She was dressed in that business outfit or whatnot. We saw the footage from Sergeant Trent."
Wait,
So
what?
Delton Ryan? That
His
person?
assistant lady?
Well, I mean, she looked like an assistant. She was dressed in like all business clothing, and the one guy's like she was a hot drow.
She did not have 8 legs. Oh, she was the drow. Yeah, that's fine. I mean, she was okay.
Well, now that we have your approval.
She kind of like read my mind though. So maybe keep your distance.
Oh, she's psychic?
I mean,
Whoa.
aren't we all these days?
Got to watch out for psychics.
Yeah, I mean, at that point, they all just kind of go, yeah. Like it's the least weird thing that they've heard, in a while. And so at that point, her code name is Ironjaw, Chief, for obvious reasons.
Okay.
Out of character, strange gifts popping up after the storm is not unusual, right? Like we're not the only people that suddenly have different powers.
Yep.
Okay.
There are rumors around camp because think of it along the lines of the X-Men, like when mutations started happening. Some people are freaked out because children show up with magical ability who didn't have magic before everything happened, and it's unnerving, and some people are not okay with it. Some people are just, well, they're still our kids, or
what storm are we talking about?
It's
the cataclysm.
The cataclysm.
Oh, that storm. Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know if there was like some recent psychic storm or something.
You didn't.
Nope.
You missed it.
I was asleep. It was late.
I can't believe you slept right through that.
That would be a heck of a thing to sleep through.
Okay, it just kind of
Everybody was like glowing and lightning.
Dogs
everywhere.
and cats living together. It's hysteria.
Right.
Well, thankfully at this point, they already know where to go. So obviously it's going to take less time. They start driving, through town at this point. They're the
I'm going
gun.
to let them know that Dr. Argo's out for any sort of like special wildlife if they manage to take any down.
Okay.
Like
You
if you
got a
see something
bingo
weird
sheet?
out there and you can bag it.
Okay. That they'll keep that in mind. They start obviously spreading the word, amongst each other. You end up hearing one of the drones, Ledger, mention something about adding to his kill count. It's apparently that's how he got his nickname. He tracks all of them.
Marcus just watches them talk, doesn't reply.
But you, at this point, you drive back to that particular area. The drive itself. Hey, Paul, welcome back.
Yay.
The drive going there is actually a little bit faster because they know where they're going. They kind of know the area and the terrain. Having gone back up that route. So it only takes about 30 minutes this go around. However, the everybody is on edge and ready to hop out and start fighting, just in case, given that they know where they're going and what they're doing. So everybody's got their weapons ready. The plow is already in his gunbuster armor, ready to just roll out the back and start gunning things down in case something crops up. When you come to the area, it looks like this was probably a nicer part of town prior to and Chip, you already know it was, prior to the collapse of everything. The arcology, there's actually most of the buildings here are 3 stories and under. However, the Peoria Skypoint station obviously comes up by about 5, and it looks like it had a platform or a couple platforms on top where vehicles would land. Your mass transit, I should say, would land and or take off to go to different parts of town. There are a total of 5 mega buildings that are here. 3 consist of the Point Arcology, one of which completely toppled over, which actually sits almost up against North Mountain on its eastern side. So basically, if you're taking like 7th Street up, if you're looking at the map, that side.
Okay.
And then in between it and what would be 7th Street, or not 7th Street at this point. Yeah, no, it would. So, the Point Arcology sits right about where Ivana at the Point Apartments is at. So basically, 7th Street goes, on the other side of it. Right around where you would see, if I'm looking at the map correctly, yes. There's a housing tract right on the other side of that, right around Clinton Street and Peoria, in between that section right there. Right in that area is the remains of the Cliffside Smart Homes, which is they're mega buildings still, but they're not quite as big as the Point Arcology. And there's 2 of them, and then there's the remains of a shopping center that used to be there. Obviously, a good chunk of that shopping center is almost completely leveled when one of the mega buildings from the Point Arcology came down. Just south of that, a little ways, near right around the area where you see the Sunny Slope Community Center, if you zoom in enough. Right around there is where you see Paradigm Systems. It looks like that was probably some sort of electronics firm of some kind. And then just south of that, there's two campuses actually. Right where, right about where Fry's Food and Drug is, and then right where you see the VCA Mountain View Animal Hospital. Those two particular buildings are the Arizona STEM and Futures campus.
Okay.
So marked on the map where they first met, or I should say, because they only took two of them, where Corporal Palmer and Sergeant Trent met up with the merchant, was actually at the remains of the Point Arcology. They met in the managerial office on the ground floor.
I suppose I should mention they're called Naruni Enterprise.
All right, well, I guess lead the way.
So
Right,
as you four get out, then they hop out as well, surround the area to make sure the perimeter is secure before you guys leave. And as you start walking northward, basically sort of retracing the steps that Alex had gone already.
And I do make sure we have comms with them so we can call them if needed.
Oh yeah, 100%. Mm-hmm. So as you get about halfway to, because they're parked, Brittany, the APC is parked roughly where it was before when you and Sergeant Trent went off to meet them.
Okay.
So you guys are walking further along the grounds, heading northward along the remains of 7th Street there. The mountain, of course, off to your left. As you guys get close, maybe about halfway, because Alex, you're kind of explaining what you remember seeing and roughly about how far you went. On top of one of the ruined houses nearby, you end up seeing a light click on and off 3 times.
Did we notice that before?
No.
I will stop and look around.
You can also use your optics if you would like on your armor.
My armor has optics. Cool. Sure. Does it cover my head?
Yeah, it's
It has a helmet.
Yep, it's fully sealed. It's environmentally sealed.
Cool.
It feels like when Spider-Man was discovering his
Like
Stark armor.
Master
What do you mean kill mode?
Yeah. Nice.
Okay, so Alex, why don't you go ahead and give me a perception and investigations check, difficulty 6. You're up 1 die for the optics.
Perception and what?
Investigation. And you are up 1 die due to your optics.
Difficulty 6, you said?
Difficulty 6.
Dose.
Nice. So as you you didn't know you had it, but as you start to squint and look around, it instinctively starts going, and
Ooh.
zooming in on, you're like, yeah, literally, it's like oh, hey, that's helpful. Built-in binoculars.
Oh man, it's gonna make this negotiation even harder.
On top of the building, Brittany, you see him.
Oh,
Facebook chat.
I'm gonna just wave.
Okay. He raises his hand once, and then he raises his hand as if to say, stop.
All right, hold up, guys. I think they'll send somebody out to meet us.
Man, Pogo got ripped.
And I'll point out the monkey dude. Be like, this is one of Mr. Ryan's staff.
Are they all of the same race, or
No, they're all different.
okay?
So as you wait a couple minutes, and then you can hear the familiar sound of a hover vehicle coming. And at the helm is that person.
Oh my.
Hell yeah! I mean,
she looks, she could pass for human. Her skin is a little dusky in color. Obviously the bright reddish auburn hair, fantasy style armor, but clearly not a relic. And she does happen to carry that particular style of like a spear that seems to be.
Is it glowing?
It is, yes. It
has
has
my question too.
it has that like a glowing kind of center, and as you get closer, you can actually see the head of the spear kind of vibrates a little bit.
Ooh.
vibro spear.
And as she pulls up and brings the hover the basically a hover car, brings it to a stop. She says, Corporal Palmer, you're back to return the armor?
That is correct. And I brought my actual team with me. I think they'd like to meet Mr. Ryan if he's available.
He is. He was awaiting your return. Please step on board.
Thanks for the ride.
She stands somewhere in the high 6 foot range to almost 7 foot, very Amazonian like.
Yeah,
So
she's
I'll
not
climb
getting any
on.
less attractive at this point.
Marcus has entered negotiations.
I would like a thigh. So she turns and starts driving you back through the ruins in the area, and brings you back to and again, it looks like it's been
Yes, Paul.
you've been here before, Alex, but it looks like this is kind of where they use their like temporary negotiations, in the managerial office that's here. So
Oh.
it's, it doesn't have like any actual corporate branding or whatnot, but they maintained it enough so it's a secure place that they can meet. But you get to the bottom floor of one of these the mega building complexes, and it's mostly like a managerial office with some amenities that would have normally been on the ground floor, like if you think Dread, the 2012 movie, I think, is when it came out. Judge Dredd had them with Sylvester Stallone, but it looks better in the movie Dredd, the
I haven't
remake.
seen the newer one.
Huh?
I haven't seen the newer one.
Oh,
so.
if you get the chance, it was pretty good.
It's on my list. I just haven't done it.
Yeah, it was pretty good. Visually speaking, basically, it's just a building that just keeps going and going and going and going and going in its own. In a sense, it's its own city on the inside. It's on the ground floor. A decent bit of it is the managerial office and the perks that you would expect, like weight room and that sort of. Paul's all snoo.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we were saying.
Yeah. But then other parts of the bottom floor also had shops at one point in time. That people would come down here for shopping, to eateries and clothing and whatnot. So the office itself has been cleared up. It's been repaired enough that it's functional for a meeting location. She gets out and starts leading you guys in the inside. You get a better look at the ape-looking guy who's clearly in robust-looking futuristic armor with a beefy-looking energy weapon, of some kind. And the last woman, the woman who was mentioned, comes walking up. And she smiles politely. She does, for all intents and purposes, looks like a drow in a well-tailored business suit.
I'll reach out for her hand to shake.
Okay, she shakes your hand. She says, "So, Corporal, Mr. Ryan will be with us momentarily. How did you enjoy the armor?"
It's really nice. It's very nice. Appreciate the sneak preview. Should I take it off?
She says that would be advisable. Yes, I also have a survey if you'd be so kind to fill out for us.
Oh, sure. So
she hands you a data pad, and then speaking of which, as you guys are watching this, so Alex basically clicks something, takes a step back, and you see a harness kind of pop up. She steps up against it, and it just starts disassembling and connecting to the harness all by itself, which is something you guys' armor doesn't do either.
Well, that's really cool.
It's so comfortable.
I'm just wondering how I went through the entire end of the world and still ended up back in a conference room.
I mean, I guess some things in life are universal.
Did it have to be that?
Cockroaches, commerce.
Conference rooms.
So she says, so Corporate Palmer, why don't you introduce all of us?
Yeah, I will go through and I don't remember everybody's rank, but I'll start with Marcus and introduce him by his title, and go through the others and introduce them.
Okay, so I guess that was our abridged introduction. Alrighty.
Sorry.
And she says, "Well, I am Mr. Ryan's assistant. My name is Dejira." She says, "This is Desage." She motions to the Amazonian-looking woman.
Hang on, let me get that again. Dejira?
Yes. These are all funky spelling, so I'm going to post them in the Facebook chat for you.
I'm just going phonetically over here.
Yeah.
And what was the Amazon's name?
And then she says, "This is," and she
Massage.
says, "Our security is Kozin," and he just nods, still kind of holstering his rifle at this point.
Yeah, I'll be checking out what he's equipped with. Does it look more futuristic than? Like, does
Yeah.
it look akin to what she was wearing? Okay.
Yeah. It's definitely more futuristic. Why don't you give me a wits and firearms check? Difficulty 8.
Good, apparently.
Is there any way to like feel magic or sense magic? I have a pretty high awareness.
Yeah.
So I didn't know if that was.
That's what awareness is for. 100%.
Difficulty 8.
Should I roll it?
Yeah, go ahead if you want. Perception and awareness.
2 successes.
Okay, so Jackie, as you kind of look at it, since you're basically staring at the weapon, trying to figure it out. If you had to guess, again, you're not familiar with the technology, but if you had to guess, that looks like some sort of like heavy plasma rifle of some kind.
She'll just straight up be like, "Hey, does that use like energy or plasma? Like that doesn't look." And she'll
So-
just like point at him.
Yeah, so he looks at you for a second. He's nowhere near as casual as the other two are. So he's very stern in how he looks and acts. But he says, yes, it is.
How do you charge it? Like the stern thing doesn't bug her. She's like, I've had sergeants way grumpier than this dude. She'll definitely be like, oh, that looks nice.
So at that point, Dejira motions him back for a second, to calm him down. And she says, actually, that is one of Naruni Enterprise. That is a Naruni Enterprise heavy plasma rifle. And they charge on our custom energy clips.
Now, do the energy clips have to be purchased from you, or?
That is correct, yes. They are proprietary technology.
We're having ammunition problems. Not yet, but we may in the near future.
Of course, we would be happy to discuss that with you. As we understand, your particular group is a paramilitary one.
Correct.
It is, with all the logistics that go with that. It's part of what brings us out here today.
I do have my shields. Just throw that out.
You do have what?
Mind shields.
Oh.
Because you did say that she was trying to read your thoughts at some point, so I am
Yeah,
keeping my brain
I think she
protected.
touched me. I think she touched me to do it, but
That's fine.
I don't know if
that.
that's a limitation or not.
I got 5
Um,
successes on my awareness check, so
Okay, you're actually not detecting any magic.
okay.
Do you?
So that is the last image in there. The man with no mouth, blue skin, very alien looking, and no hair. That is Deltan Rhine.
When he gets close enough, I'll look at him and be like, "You, I saw you." That's all I'll say.
Okay.
Like, it's kind of like not like she almost couldn't help herself. Like it was just shocking enough. Like she was like, "Oh my god!" Like it was like, oh, maybe like I'm just making up this blue dude in my head, but now she's like, "Oh, you."
Nope, that was him. He's in a very stylish looking black black tailored outfit with red tie or I should say maroon tie and maroon trim. Black gloves, very fashion forward. And he extends his hand and he says, Chief Seville.
I'll shake his hand. I'm sorry, I was trying to put these images in my notes. Mr. Bryan?
That is correct, yes. And, sorry, I have a different voice for him. But yeah, you can actually hear him just fine, even though he has no mouth.
I was just about to ask that. Like,
Yeah.
That's weird. Okay.
Yeah, and it's not in your head either. It's like you actually hear him like projected his voice like you normally would.
But like his face doesn't move when he talks at all.
It does.
Like his jaw, like
No.
okay.
But
Sure.
expressive wise, yeah, in his eyes, yes.
Just sound happens.
Correct. Mhm.
Yeah, wow.
Okay.
So at that point, he looks to, and as I said, I did have a different voice for him. Sorry, I have to do that. Anyways, so he looks to Alex and he says, Corporal Palmer, I trust our armor met your satisfaction.
It was a real treat. I very much appreciate the test run.
Excellent. I do hope we have earned your potential business.
I'm interested in discussing some terms.
In
As
the-
is the rest of my team, potentially.
And by terms, do you mean the personal line of credit we offered to extend you, or something more substantial for your organization?
Oh, I am not authorized to speak on their behalf. Perhaps my superior has those instructions. I will leave those negotiations to
Okay.
a more senior representative.
Very well. So he turns and looks to the chief.
That is what brought us out here today. I heard about Corporal Palmer's mission, and we wanted to find out for ourselves what business there is to be done, and a few other things while we were here. We are interested, on behalf of NEMA, in making friends and alliances, and and with all the new people that have joined our world since the storm.
Excellent. And as I explained to Corporal Palmer, business is business, and that is why I'm here. So tell me, what can I do for you, Mr. Seville?
Well, I hope we have a lot to talk about, but as a first point, I understand that there is some sort of bunker that has come up.
Yes, I understand it that your particular group is interested in the data center.
It's a data center. See, so I would like to know more, because other than, a vague interest in it, I'm not really sure. Corporal Palmer has said something you were willing to negotiate about it, but I don't know what it is I'd be buying, other than another hole in the ground, which is useful. But I was hoping to get more information about it.
He says, at this point, I'm not at liberty to fully explain what is down there. But what I can offer is that it seems this data center was tied to the local school system nearby. And as a corporate employee, or as a corporate employee of Narudi Enterprise, I can recognize when another corporation has had their fingers in certain pies.
You didn't encounter any survivors near the school, did you?
There were some few months back.
What happened to them?
That I do not know.
So
We
you
encountered
didn't-
them. They did wish initially to conduct business. But the terms were unagreeable. They had little to offer.
So this data center, we'll talk about it more after we've established more business.
Of course, that is always an option.
Well, then, as I mentally flip through the catalog of what I see you offering so far,
So
let's talk about
as you're talking, he motions to Dejira to basically hand you a data pad.
All right. Well, as you said, we are paramilitary. Let's talk about arms and armament.
He says, "What exactly is it you are looking for then? Are you looking for the hardest of the hard, or are you looking for just general equipment? It would help if I understood your needs a little bit."
I mean, we got a need for some of all of it. Obviously, Sergeant Carter over here is interested in a plasma rifle. If that's what that is.
He says, "It is, and might I say, she has a very discerning eye."
Corporal Palmer over here has been singing the praises of this armory she's had for the last day or so.
She says, and he says, "Ah, yes. The telemetry readings we have picked up from her have indicated that she found it quite comfortable." And he looks at the report, and she has given us a glowing review. Thank you, Corporal Palmer.
Of course.
I'm going to hand the data pad to Jackie.
Okay.
Because she's going to shop for military stuff better than I will. But I'll say to Rise, well, I'm going to let her look, but we should probably discuss currency. How do you do business?
Currency is accepted. However, your economy here on this particular planet is non-existent. So, ergo, we cannot accept it here. But barter and trade is always acceptable.
That's what I was referring to.
As well as tit for tat.
No, that's what I meant. I didn't mean promissory notes of the old United States of America. That's nobody's taking those these days. But
well, I just wish to be clear. I was unaware if your particular organization had any additional contacts within the Megaverse.
Within the Megaverse? Hold on. I have 2 points of arcane theory. I've heard that phrase before, right?
Well, why don't you give me a roll?
Okay.
Intelligence and arcane theory.
4 successes.
Wow.
Nice.
It's the faintest of rumors. It's basically a term that eggheads are using right now to say, okay, well, they came from somewhere. They have really no real understanding of it other than, these things, whatever happened, these holes to wherever other universes
right.
force things to come over, clearly something else is out there. They coined that kind of a term to explain everything other than Earth.
Right. Okay, so
it's like counting in bajillions.
Kind of, yeah. To them right now, it's a hokey term, but it works to kind of explain it.
You just need something to call the container of all the things.
Yeah,
right.
The universe doesn't work anymore.
Right.
Yes, because the universe would be like, the galaxy that and planet, and this is obviously way beyond that.
All right, well, so we are at the moment we don't so much have a wealth of material goods to trade to you for but we'd have to discuss it individually. But if Nima can help you accomplish perhaps some goals that we don't disagree with, then we can work with that in trade.
That sounds interesting. I could potentially work with that, but let me ask this. I'm aware your particular organization's explosive capabilities. Our drones detected an animal recently fell prey to an explosive box.
The beefalo?
If you
Fusion
have
block.
few of those, I could be persuaded.
A few of those. What
For
would a
how,
few of those
for
get
how much?
us? Because those
For how
are,
much of what?
yeah, that's not a small ask.
It would require an inspection. If you have one available to observe, so I could determine the ferocity of its explosivity.
You
I
want to
could.
set one off?
Oh, no, of course not. We can analyze that without activating it.
So Chip is going to step forward behind, but next to Marcus, and be like, "Chief, I do have a recording of it being destroyed by the beefalo, being destroyed by one of those. Like, we could at least show him that video if he's got something to actually view the playback."
Okay. Yeah, we can give you the action footage. Hold on. I would probably know out of character. Do you carry those? The fusion bombs? Is that part of your armament?
Well, he does not know. It's too big.
No.
But you would know that there actually is one on board the APC.
Okay.
TS, is Chip wearing his suit?
Probably not right now. No, yeah,
Okay.
because that'd be too aggressive.
Show of power.
in the face of the monkey with the plasma rifle. We don't want to be.
I mean,
We could let you look at one under our control, but I'm not authorized to hand out heavy armament and trade just yet. These are not small munitions we're talking about, so I would
Of
have
course.
to take it home.
I understand it is a premium.
We can show you the video though of the beefalo, we called it.
So he turns to look to his assistant at that point, and she kind of thinks about it a second. She says, "Sir, I think we could probably gauge it accurately if the video footage is clear enough." And he says, "Very well then. Let us see this footage that you have."
so Chip pulls out like his data pad and he like recalls the information from his suit, pulls up that particular timestamp of like when that whole thing happened, and just kind of zooms in on the action of destroying the beefalo,
Right.
and then kind of hands that to the chief so he can.
And
show
your bird's eye view.
Yeah.
So yeah, hand that over for their viewing pleasure, or set it up.
Okay. So they review that, and Dejera's kind of, monitoring it, and he looks to her, and she kind of nods. It's like they're debating authenticity and confirming what they think, and he says, "I like this. I could use something like this. What exactly is it that you are looking for then? For the armaments?" And he looks over to Sergeant Carter.
Yeah, we both look at Sergeant Carter.
What are we looking for? We definitely are interested in the tactical suits. Those
A good
would
choice.
be best. And she kind of looks through. Personal shields. Evasion cloaks might be good for a couple of us. And those of us that can use the rifles would be good as well. We don't need a full set of them. I'll have to evaluate. She'll go through and try to think of everybody's evaluations for how well they can shoot. And based on that, how many we would actually need for the team. Because right now,
Mr. Ryan, does your interest imply that you don't have something of this caliber in where you're from?
Not where I'm from. Yes.
Or in your arsenal?
Currently, no. But it also pays to have capable armaments from where you are at. As I have scanned some of your docu-history documents, I've been led to believe that some of your nations have done so as well.
are you currently stuck here, or can you travel back and forth through these rifts?
He says, currently nobody can travel through the rifts.
Okay.
That, of course, will not remain.
That will change?
Yes.
How?
That's intense.
I
how
am
does
but
that work?
a broker of arms and equipment. I am not a scientist. I could not answer that one accurately, only that I know it will eventually happen.
When certain conditions are met,
Presumably.
internal or external conditions.
Again, I cannot accurately answer that.
Have you seen something like this happen before?
No, of course.
Have you been through it before?
You get the opinion he would be smiling at this point if he had a mouth.
Yeah.
So his eyes kind of squint a little. And he says, yes, Corporal Palmer, this is not the first world that I have entered. Although admittedly, this is the first, he kind of looks around for a moment, natural disaster.
Hmm.
No wonder you're able to approach this situation with so much calm.
And I know I was pulling up here. There we go. Need this too.
I'm going to grab the data pad. I want to look for melee weapons. Clearly, they've got a spear. I'm looking for a warhammer or something.
Okay.
Well, I actually came to the game with melee on my sheet instead of firearms.
Oh, gotcha.
Interesting.
Yeah, he's got he has a few on there. 1 second.
I mean, I don't have to shop now,
But yes, they're listed as goodness, got the hiccups. Archaic style.
okay. I'll tell him, next time we come around, I'd be interested in checking this out.
Okay, and so he looks at that and he says, excellent choices. I do not currently have any on hand, but if we wish to continue a business transaction, I will make sure to make that happen.
And to be clear, should we get this deal cleared and trade armaments, it's going to come with the stipulation that they not be used against NEMA or our protectorate. Or that's going to end business.
You get the impression that he's smiling again, and he says, "Neruni Enterprise is a corporation. We're not warmongers. The only way something like that would happen is if you did not pay."
I'm just putting it on the table so that it's been said.
It is understood. And so he says, looking at that, and you've kind of given Jackie's kind of given an estimate of what it is they're looking for. He says, if I could get 3 of these fusion blocks, I would be willing to supply you with 10 suits of that particular armor you're so fond of. And for the sergeant, and he looks at her, clearly he knows what her stripes are at this point. We'll throw in one of those lovely plasma rifles.
I'll just look at him and be like, we gotta talk to command.
Internally, Marcus is thinking, that's the happiest I've seen her since the apocalypse.
It's Christmas.
You're right.
All right, well, we will go back and discuss it and be in touch. Oh, about being in touch, can I give you a pair of frequency or a frequency to contact us on?
Of course. And we will supply you with one of our own.
We do have a communications tower, so we can reach out to the entire city, and we've been, which might be another thing we can offer, is secured frequencies bouncing off of our tower.
He says, that is appreciated, but I already have that particular matter taken care of.
Very well. Well, he'll stand up and put out his hand.
He offers his hand as well.
Thank you for this meeting, and we'll be in touch.
Of course. And I would do tell your command that I do offer loans and lines of credit as well, should they wish to extend some of the offerings that I might do.
I will pass along the message. All right, well, walk away.
Okay. So you walk outside at this point. She ends up flying you back to the where the APC is located.
Is she using repulsor lifts or fans?
Repulsor lifts.
Okay.
And as she drops you off in the hover platform, Nisaj flies back.
So there's repulsor lift technology is something else we could really use.
We could use literally everything they have in there. That's
I'm trying to
so far
prioritize.
beyond.
They didn't give us refreshments this time, but they got some good stuff of that too.
Oh,
Just saying. I'm sorry. You missed out. Maybe
you couldn't have just
Maybe
kept that
next
to
time when
yourself.
we,
I'm not
maybe-
creating fusion bombs for good sandwiches.
maybe next time when we actually go and do business, they'll wine and dine us or whatever.
All right, well, let's head home. Maybe we can bag a raptor or two on the way.
Jackie, you saw him in your dreams?
I mean, not like a dream. You know that place you get between like when you're falling asleep, you're not quite asleep, and you can still kind of hear everything around you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of where I get stuff sometimes. Or
Well,
in
was
the
he-
depth tanks.
Was he doing anything?
No, I just got an image of his face, which means either I knew that we were going to have this meeting, or there was something that was just pertinent to us to be involved. I'm not really sure how this thing works, but
Does it always come true?
so far, yeah.
Does it have like a time frame on when something manifests?
We haven't been able to figure that out. There's not. I mean, I don't know. There's some stuff that hasn't come true, so I can look through I keep like a journal to see if anything pops up, but a lot of the times I don't even get specifics. It's just vague feelings or symbols.
Impressions.
Yeah, impressions. Like if there's a bad guy, I might not see the bad guy like as himself. It might show up as something like I don't know, like a giant spider or something.
like a metaphor.
Yeah, like I really don't like spiders.
Yeah,
So
me neither.
it might just show up as something that evokes that a feeling of like, oh, danger, or oh, I need to go after that. I don't know. It's all very vague until I get better at it. They just said I need to practice. I just need to keep doing it, keep following my instincts, and it'll become
But it's
more
always
apparent.
it's always in some kind of like a meditative state. It's not like in the thick of whatever you're doing.
It happens then sometimes too, like when we were looking for the buildings and the symbols and stuff. Hey, Mom. Hi, baby.
But so at that point, then you guys are rolling back to the base. You guys would also have been told, I forgot to mention this, but it would have been brought up during the negotiations. I've given a full list of everything that he offers currently to Callie, so she can go over that with you. However, you also would have been advised that there is they have contract services and incentives. So obviously, Alex took part of the Try Before You Die loaner program, which gave her 48 hours to, try the armor at that point and see if she likes it. And they also have referral. They have a referral program. So the benefit is you get a free plasma sidearm for each referred warband.
Sweet. All right, guys, we need to tell everybody. Let's start with the Tranquility Zone.
I don't think they'd appreciate being called a war band in that case, but
Okay, they want arms and armament.
yeah, they do.
So we could
Can
just
I
change
talk
it to
to?
faction.
Can I spread to you the good news of Naruni Enterprise?
Okay, so we just got a hold of these guys and check these out.
You
guys
will
wanna
not believe it.
Here's their frequency. Give them a call.
Tell them we
Trying
sent you.
It's an MLM at that point. She's all right. Tell everybody.
Well, the dust rats, I mean, they'd probably care. We're not like on super good terms with them. Sounds like they're not on super good terms with anyone, but if anybody would want arms and armaments, seems like they would.
Yeah, but I'm not sure we want to facilitate them getting better armed.
Ooh, that's true. That's why I said Tranquility Zone, because we know that they're on the
Trustworthy.
level.
Anthony left the dust rats because of how they were treating people. So,
Fair point.
and I mean that this is kind of the point. This is kind of what we're going after with our diplomacy. Our friends become empowered. Our friends get gear and, solidarity and so forth. And those who aren't our friends don't. And that's what we wield out here in the wasteland right now. If I can be as corny as hell, the power of friendship. But
Well, if the wasteland could benefit from anything, it's the power of friendship.
well,
I
I mean,
always
this is
knew you were a softie, Chief.
Food and water.
We're just not gonna. I don't want to get shot at by these things. I just want to shoot things.
right. I mean, this is our negotiating tactic with random groups that we come across. We are starting to gain a reputation, and our purpose is diplomacy. And how we go about that diplomacy is that it is better to be our friend than not be our friend. So
we need to keep the upper hand.
yeah, and if that means people go through us to get to Mr. Rise, that can be one thing we hold. I don't care if the Tranquil Zone talks to him directly, but I'm saying these sorts of processes, these sorts of lines of communication and supplies and so forth, if we keep a finger in them, that will give us information, capability, and advantage in our further dealings in the wasteland. So just keep that in mind, and try not to offer up our weaknesses or needs early in the negotiations.
Yeah, that honestly, that was kind of rough. Everyone was saying what we desperately need, and that's bad for trade. You don't want them to think you're desperate for things. Just saying.
Did I say anything?
No, I said we need bullets, but we need bullets.
Yeah,
I don't negotiate. We know we need. I know I should leave it to you guys, but we need bullets.
I'm not mad about it. I'm just saying for future, especially if we don't know how hostile the person on the other side of the table is, just be careful with your information so they can't use it against us.
You got it, Chief.
Okay. With that, we're going to go ahead and stop here for tonight because we're coming close to 3 hours to game. So before we go any further, two things. One, we need to roll for monthly XP.
Yeah.
And then we need to do the XP RP vote. So can we get somebody to roll 1d4 plus 1 for the monthly XP?
I'll roll it. Total of 3.
All right. Okay, so starting with Dale, RP vote.
Let's see. That is gonna go. It's gonna go to Mike for the leadership and sticking to his curmudgeon ways. I've been noticing that. I like it. I like it. Keeping that going.
Okay, Brittany.
I'm gonna go to Jackie for Christmas Miracle.
Okay. Mike.
Well, I'm going with Brittany for getting us into this storyline and playing it through in the beginning.
Okay. And Callie.
If I pick Dale, then does nobody get EXP? Is that how that works?
That's a 4-way roll off.
And then would be a roll off, yeah.
A roll up. Actually, I'm going to say Mike for the.
Okay.
Sticking to the guns.
Thank you.
Alrighty. So, Mike, you have 2 additional XP to add to your character. Spend it wisely.
Hoard it like a dragon. That's what I'm doing.
All right, cool. So next week, obviously, we have the rest of our games. So on Wednesday, at 7:30 or 7 p.m. No, it's 7:30.
7.
7. Okay. So at 7 p.m. on Wednesday, we have Star
Not even my
Wars.
time zone.
We have Star Wars, and that's going to be on the 10th. Friday, the 12th, is going to be Mythic Savannah, which is at 7:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and then Marvel will be back again on the 13th at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So, thank you guys all for hanging out with us and chatting with us, laughing and whatever have you. And we will catch you all again next time. Good night, guys.
All right.
Yay.